Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to create your first app in Django. But what is a Django app? A Django app is a modular component of a Django project. It typically handles a single feature or section of a website like blog, login, or products. You can have multiple apps in a single Django project. Okay, now let's proceed with how to create your first app in Django. So first step is you activate your virtual environment. So of course, this is assuming that we have, created our project. So here in Visual Studio Code, we see that this mysite, we see that project called mysite is already created here. So now, we can create our first app. So first step is to create or to activate our virtual environment. So the command for that is this Django scripts activate, right? So I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Now we see that the virtual environment has been activated because of this prefix here, Django env. Okay, and the next step is now we can cd to our project directory, which is mysite. So if I do a dir, we see that we have this directory called mysite. So we can cd to that. So mysite, cd mysite. Okay, and let me just get this to the side. And the second step is we create a new app. So to create a new app, the command is python manage.py startapp blog. So the name of the app is blog. You can name this whatever you want. So in this case, I'm going to name it as blog. So I'm going to copy and paste that command. And now if I do a dir, we see that there is a folder called blog. And if I go here, we see that there is a folder here, right, called blog, and all the other Python files. Okay, the next step is to add the app to the settings. So to do that, you go to mysite settings.py and add blog to the installed apps. And this is the particular section. But here, if I go here, I need to go to mysite, right, and settings. So I'm going to add this application. So you can either add this at the beginning or at the end. But in my case, I'm going to add this at the end. Okay, so, and you can also add this in the middle. It doesn't really matter, but for easier readability, I'm going to add this at the end of the list. Installed apps is a list. Okay, so next step is to create a view function. So to do that, we need to go to blog views and add the following. So I'm going to blog views, and I need to add this code. So we already have this import statement called from Django.shortcuts import render. I'm not going to do that. I mean to use it in this video. Should be not indented. Okay, so this is the function called home, and this is we need to pass in a parameter called request. This is automatically called by Django, and the return statement is HttpResponse. Of course, this is the class, right? Class object. Yeah, and we are just saying hello Django. So this is a string. So this is actually the home page that this is actually the message in the home page. Okay, so the next step is to create a URL configuration or conf for the app. So create a file named urls.py urls, yeah, .py inside the blog folder and add this code. Okay, so the reason why we need to add urls.py in the blog folder, this is not created by default. So if we go here, blog folder, we don't see the urls.py file. So we need to create it manually. Okay, so I'm going to create the file. So url.py. Okay, and I'm just going to copy and paste this code here. Of course, this is not indented. It's not indented. Yeah. So this is very similar to the URLs file inside the project folder called mysite, right here. We are using a list called URL patterns here inside this urls.py, and we are using the same list inside this URLs inside the blog folder or app folder. Okay, so here this is the view, right? The view module, and this is the function called home. So that's how you call it, right? Or at least that's how you put the pattern here, right? And here this is you can name this whatever you want. So I'm just calling it blog-home. Okay, so we have created a view function and we have added the URL inside the blog folder. The next step is to add the URL or include the app URLs in the project URLs. So to do that, we go to mysite URLs. So I'm going to mysite, and then I'm going to update this code here to be like this. So I'm basically adding include in the import, in the import statement, right? And I'm adding this line here. So if we see a blank, right, a blank or empty string, this is actually the home page. So if someone goes to or opens the website and they go to the website, they will see the message that we created in the views or views file, which is this. Okay, so the next step is to, and by the way, we are adding include because we are adding a URL outside of the project folder. So that's why we have this include statement here, and that's why we have this line. Okay, now we can run the development server. So to do that, of course, this is the command, right? So let me go to copy and paste this command, and then go to the web page. Now we see the home page, and the message says hello Django blog. So this is the message that we have here in the views.py. Okay, so that's how you can quickly create your first app in Django. So hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.